to the A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast. Join us as we discuss the antics of pro athletes, sports politics, and everything in between. No sport nor athlete is off limits. Now, get you a pitcher of wine and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Lene and Linnell Fletcher, aka the Fletcher Twins. Welcome to A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast with your hosts, the Fletcher Twins. I am Linnell, and Lene is with me as well. Say hi. Okay.
Hello, everybody.
First, I just want to talk about what kind of wine I'm sipping on, since a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Okay.
A picture of wine, that is. And I am sipping on Moscato today, and it's so sweet, and I'm enjoying it very much. What wine are you sipping on?
I do enjoy me a glass of Moscato, but today I am drinking sangria, red sangria, and I've added in my little fruits like strawberry and slices of orange and cherries to top it off, and it is delish.
Nice. It actually looks like it tastes really, really good. It looks great. Anyway, okay, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
First, I was thinking about, as I was editing our first podcast episode, I realized that we literally have the same exact voice. And we've been told that before, but I've never actually heard it in my ear. And I was just hoping, I was like, oh goodness, I hope that the listeners don't think it's just one person talking to themselves. Even though that would be an amazing talent. That would be amazing.
It would be, but yeah, no, listening back to it, that's the first thing I thought. We have the same voice, and people are going to say, is this one person? Like, are they like pulling like a Martin stunt where, you know, he dressed up like different persons in his movies, or are we doing that?
That would be hilarious. But that's a good talent, though. If somebody can do it and pull it off, that would be great. I would commend them for that. So hopefully. But
no, this is two people.
Definitely two different people. Definitely in two different states, New York and Florida. All right, let's get into it. We are going to be discussing Nino Brown today. And if you can see, the title of the episode is called Nino Brown, and that's because, every time I see Antonio in a picture, he looks exactly like the character Nino Brown from New Jack City, which is a cult classic in the Black community. It's such a good movie. I literally can watch that movie every day. But he wears those little circle glasses like Nino Brown did in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he looks exactly, and the fact that his last name is Brown just bring it all together. I'm like, is that Nino Brown in real life? Like, is it?
Like the real life character Nino Brown.
That is him. He looks exactly like him. And even thinking about that made me think about the Martin episode. Remember the Nino Brown Martin episode, or the New Jack City Martin episode?
Yeah, I remember that. That was like a classic episode. That's one that I remember every time I think about Martin. I think about that episode because that's the scene where the Nino Brown character, I think he points a knife or something at the pretty boy of the group and tell him to sit his $5 butt down before he made change. I still use that line to this day. I use that line to this day.
That's a classic line. And also, so everybody, first of all, need to go watch New Jack City. If y'all never seen it, go watch it.
I have it on DVD.
And if y'all never seen the Martin episode, I looked it up for y'all so y'all can know what season and what episode it is. It's called Suspicious Minds, and it's season 2, episode 17. Suspicious Minds, season 2, episode 17. Watch the movie before you watch the Martin episode. It's hilarious.
Yeah, or if you don't watch the movie first, you won't get the scene. But also tell us in the comments below if you guys agree with us if he looks like Nino Brown or not, because I think it's uncanny.
Yeah, especially when he wears the glasses. Okay, let's get into it. His latest drama, I swear I need to get a Twitter account so I can just follow him, because every day is something different.
he retires, then he unretires, then he tells the NFL to hurry up with their investigation. Then it's just so much drama with him. And then there's the video he let out, I think last year, where he was talking to his baby moms and the cops, and it was just very disrespectful and all that. What do you think of him overall as a person and as a player? We all know he's a dominant force on the field, so we don't even have to discuss that. So about the whole unretired thing, that's so funny to me because it's like getting unengaged. You can't get unengaged and then go back to being boyfriend and girlfriend and everything is fine. No. So it's like once the relationship is cut off, like you cut it off, you dead it and it's gone, you can't come back. So I think it's crazy that he unretired, and I don't think it'll ever be the same. So yeah, like, so if you get unengaged and you do go back to being boyfriend and girlfriend, how is that relationship ever going to be the same? It's not going to be the same. And I'm not sure, but I don't think this is the first time he retired and unretired. It's just, I think he was tired of not knowing. That's what I think it was. So I think he wanted to take the control and say, just forget it. I'm going to retire. Y'all taking too long. Let me take control of my life. I don't need y'all. Peace. That's pretty much what he was doing. But then I don't know why he unretired. Is unretired even a word? I don't know. I don't know. I just think that all his antics off the field are exactly that. They're antics and they're distractions from the real issue. And I don't even know what the real issue is for him, because on the field there really isn't an issue. So I think all of it is just distracting him from being the best Antonio Brown that he can be, because we all know he's a beast. But all this other stuff, it's like coming into a relationship with baggage. Like, no, you got to leave that at the door, drop it off, forget about it, let it go. And then you come into this new relationship, this new environment, this new career path, and you got to start anew. But all this extra dramatic distractions, antics he's doing is messing up his career. In my eyes, I think he needs to cut it out. Okay, yeah, I was going to talk about that later. Is he a good look for the league? But first, let's discuss. So the NFL did suspend him for the first 8 games. If he was to get picked up by a team or not, he would still be suspended for the first 8 games. But it also can be extended to more games depending on other lawsuits that are in the pipeline for him. So it could be extended to all 16, the whole year. It's just, anyway, the 8 games is quote unquote for violating personal conduct policy. I'm guessing that stems from the allegations that occurred last year from a woman. Do you think the 8 games is punishment enough for the crime? I mean, he hasn't been convicted of that particular crime yet. So is 8 games fair? And he ain't even in the league as of now. He doesn't have a team. Okay, so with the NFL, 8 games, that would be half the season, pretty much. It is. Does it fit the crime? Probably, yes. But I mean, he wasn't convicted of anything yet. He isn't. But what corporation wants a colleague or wants to be associated with someone like that? Nobody wants to hire a criminal. Not saying he's a criminal, but even like a potential criminal. If, like, for instance, if you're on trial for murder or you got accused for murder, do you think someone's going to hire you? No. But in this country, you're technically supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Look at the owner of the Patriots team, Robert Kraft. He was actually arrested. We saw them getting him on the video and everything for being in that quote unquote massage parlor. Nothing happened to this man that I'm aware of. So do you have to be old with billions of dollars to keep a job? Because he don't need that job. Antonio probably need this job to keep up with his lifestyle. Robert maybe don't need his job. Maybe he need to scale down. It's okay. It is what it is in the way of the world. It's who you know and how much money you have a lot of the times. That's so. it's not right, but it is what it is. So, and that's in regards to Robert Kraft.
Whatever. I can see if he actually went to court, went to trial, jury of his peers convicted him, but I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, let's say that the 8 games hold up. Do you think on week 9 or even before that, a team would pick him up? Let's say if a team needed a wideout to make it to the playoffs or something like that, do you think they would pick him up? Because he is, like I said, a dominant force on the field. Even if he can be there just for a distraction so the other wide receivers can get touchdowns and catches, will a team pick him up?
I mean, I think a desperate team would pick him up because he is good, and if they need to make it into the playoffs, yeah, I think a team would look at him. I've researched that seems like Seattle and Green Bay were possibly looking at him. So yeah, I think if he doesn't get suspended for the rest of the 8 games, the team would definitely pick him up. But I don't think he's gonna play this year. I think they're gonna suspend him for the whole year.
For the rest of the year. Seattle, looking at him and Russell.
Yeah,
that would be amazing. Like that's just insane. Wow, that would be so good. I can't. Yeah, I swear I can't wait till NFL come back. I'm still fiending for the NFL. I can't wait till this stuff is over.
Me too, but also I don't think first of all, you said he made a comment about the NFL need to hurry up with their investigation, and like he was talking down on the NFL, correct?
I wouldn't say talking down. He was just trying to, in my mind, he was just trying to get it over with. Like either y'all going to ban me from the league or y'all going to tell me I can continue to play. Because I need to know what I'm doing. Y'all have me standing in limbo right now. What am I going to get ready and train myself, or am I going to have to look for outside opportunities? Like, tell me. It's been a long time. I need to know what I'm going.
Well, first of all, he shouldn't have to get ready. You need to stay ready. First of all, and second of all, if you are asking for an opportunity for from an organization, you can't be talking crazy to them. And I will give you crazy to them or about them, and I will give you an example. One of the cast member on The Real Housewives of Atlanta on Bravo, right? She really thinks that she can talk out of the side of her neck about Bravo and that they're really going to bring her back on the show season after season after season. And now, supposedly, she's in a lawsuit with them. Do you really think Bravo's going to bring her back, hire her, and pay her to be on their TV screen, their TV network? No. So,
I think that's different because, like you said, Nene is in a lawsuit with Bravo. Antonio ain't in no lawsuit with the NFL. He's just telling them, let me know what the deal is so I can know what course to take. That's all I'm saying. Like, don't keep me in limbo.
Okay, he leaving the decision up to them. I don't think you should leave a decision up about your career and your life path up to somebody else. He should have already been having different options on the table, so he wouldn't have to be waiting on them if he is. That's just my opinion about it. But no, I don't think he'll be back. I think we've seen the last of Antonio Brown playing in the NFL.
Oh my God, I hope not, because he was so good. If I was an owner, somebody hire me as an owner, please, so I can pick this man up, because I want to see him on the field. Anyway, so in the middle of this week, I actually got an alert on my phone that a judge just recently ruled against Antonio Brown in a lawsuit accusing him of trashing a South Florida condominium. Mm-hmm. So that's not good at all. So that's like another thing piled on another thing. It's just that why? See, and I think this all happened or started to happen when the Patriots cut him after that first week he was with the Patriots. Everything was, because it's like, if you just think about it, if this is your livelihood, this is all you know, this is all you do, and somebody just pulled the rug from under you,
what do? You don't have, and now some of these people don't have an identity outside of their jobs or careers. This man don't know what to do. So when you don't know what to do and you don't have anything to do, what is there to do but get in trouble and act out and cry for attention?
Yeah, he might have too much idle time, which is true. And when you have too much time, you do get into trouble or do things that you wouldn't normally do. But dude, what you thought you was gonna be in the league till you 65?
No, but
Not have something else to do.
Whatever. He still is at his prime. He didn't think
he's 32.
He didn't think his
old in the NFL.
It's old in the NFL, but he was playing like he was 22. As long as your numbers are good, you good. As long as you're good, it's some players like your boy Tom Brady that can stay in the league past quote unquote their timeline. So don't sit up here and act like he's the only 32-year-old that's ever played in the league.
No. Tom Brady is a quarterback. Tom Brady is a quarterback. The GOAT, may I throw that out there. But anyway, he's a quarterback. He don't have to run up and down the field. He might give you 10 yards a game, and that's on a good day. Okay? So he ain't gotta be. He could be there till he's 65. Antonio Brown, he probably would have had a couple more years anyway. So by this time, you're seeing new wide receivers come in the game. You should already have something lined up already. So if this is I hope this wasn't his livelihood after 5 years, because is it like the normal average span of an NFL career 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, if you're underperforming person, if you're overperforming like this guy, I can see him in the league for years, more and more years. Hopefully he do have something lined up, but I really hope a team pick him up. Do you think, like, because since he was such a standout and people, even whether you watch NFL or not, if you saw him, like, you know who Antonio Brown is. So do you think he made the league look bad with all this bad behavior? And is it bad for the league if somebody does bring him back?
Well, I think, I think he does make the NFL look bad, because, you know, when you're on the news and you're not on the news for good things, whether you're on the news for something good or bad, and say normal people wouldn't, I mean, people who don't watch the sport you play in, they see you on the news, they're going to look you up. So now they know you're in the NFL. Now you making the NFL look bad and say, oh, the NFL is filled with criminals or domestic abusers or people like this who pull these antics. So yes, he's making the NFL look bad. If he does come back, which I don't think he will, but if a team does pick him up, I don't think the players in the league will look at the team any differently. It's usually the fans, which are like the lowest on the totem pole, in my opinion. Anyway.
Without the fans, there's no. Well, they're gonna try to play, I believe, in some stadiums this year without the fans. We'll see how they work out. But my thing is, I don't want to say he makes the NFL look bad, because he's not the face of the NFL. Like, let's say LeBron is the face of the NBA.
He not.
He is.
He's not.
Antonio isn't the face of the NFL. Like, when I think of it, the NFL, I probably do honestly think of Tom Brady. So I wouldn't say Antonio makes the NFL look bad, but I would say he's not doing anything good for the cause, for us not to look bad. Like, he's just, because he's not happy. He's not happy. Because trust me, he's not the first, and he's not going to be the last. It's like, he's not going to be the last person that does something in the league, because these guys, remember, they are human. They make mistakes. They feel just like we feel, and which goes on to my next question. Do you think we're not doctors, but do you think it's something going on with him mentally? Do you think he needs therapy or counseling? What's going on? Everybody needs therapy in my book, but
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Therapy can't hurt. So, but I don't know. I don't want to speak on his mental issues, because I don't know. But possibly, but yeah, like, I'm not a doctor, so I don't want to speak on that. But yeah, therapy can't hurt. And I think everybody needs to sit down once a week with a therapist, because we all got our own issues going on.
Yeah, I just think, like I said earlier, once they took that from him, he didn't know what to do. Like, I'm thinking of me right now. If I got fired today, I would need to move back to Florida because I couldn't keep up with this cost of living here in New York. B, I would feel like a failure. And you got to think about it. This guy has kids.
Yeah.
So his kids are looking up to him. Hopefully, it's such a shame that he did that video with his baby moms and the cops, because that video is going to live on forever. Hopefully he can talk to his kids and get to his kids before they see that video on the internet or before their friends say something about it, because it was not a good video. And I don't know what to say. I was like hurt for him. I was embarrassed because it's like, I'm such a fan, and I'm like, Antonio, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? Well, I was so sad, and I'm like, no, I don't want to see the downfall of this guy who's brought so much joy to fans. Like, stop. Like, somebody needs to talk to him, honestly. I mean, I know, and I think I brought up Shannon Sharp last week's episode, but he is like a good old school cat that he knows the streets and he know the NFL. He can talk to Antonio, and I think he can do good work with him.
Yeah. So I like Shannon Sharp. He's the bomb.com. About that video, no, I didn't feel sad for him at all.
Oh my God.
But speaking from this perspective of someone that was let go twice in their career, I think as long as you have a strong support system behind you, then you can always get back on your feet. You can reinvent yourself, or you can either do something, you can continue to do what you're doing.
But it takes time.
But maybe in a different capacity. So like you could be a little leagues football coach. You could try to be a high school football coach, a community coach, a college coach. You're still doing what you love, just in a different capacity. Like for instance, for me, I'm doing what I was doing before when I was let go twice, just in a different capacity. So
yeah, I mean, I get that. I just think everything happened so quick. He wasn't prepared. So
you never are when you get let go.
Yeah, it's crazy. So his antics is just, I think he's acting out for attention. But honestly, at the end of the day, that's when everybody always have problems. I always be like, follow the money. Everything is about money. At the end of the day, if he can help a football team win and make these owners some money,
yeah,
I think honestly, at the end of the day, it's about money for them, so they will hire him. But I hope that the NFL should try to get him counseling and stuff like that, and just to see what's going on in his mind, instead of just throwing a book at him. And it seemed like they kind of separated themselves from him. Like, we're the NFL over here. That's Antonio Brown. He used to play for us, but we have nothing to do with them anymore. And then now they trying to suspend him 8 games, but then they say it can be extended pending another lawsuit, which to me just means they wanted to do him for the whole season. They wanted to suspend him for the whole season, but they gonna see. But to me, just suspend him for the whole season.
Yeah, he's not coming back.
And don't tease him with no 8 games. That ain't right.
I don't think, he's coming back this season. But I don't know, because I've never been in the NFL and I've never read an NFL contract. But I don't know if it's the NFL's obligation to, like you said, give him some help with therapy or whatever. I don't know if it's their obligation. Maybe it should be. Maybe they should want their players to be the best of the best that they can be, the best version of them that they could be.
So
but
they
I don't know
perform on the field.
Yeah, but I don't know currently if that's a part of their obligation. But I think it definitely should be.
I think when they're rookies, they take like this 2-day seminar thing that tell them what they might endure in the league. I don't know if they have counseling, but I do hope in the future, or even now, they should, because the NFL is trying to change some things. I hope they do provide counseling to those who need it or just want it, because it's something that's needed in our community, and especially when you're a superstar. Like any kind of superstar, actress, athlete, anything, because you are in the spotlight and everybody sees you, and plus with the internet and social media, everybody can comment this, and this and that. If you're a superstar nowadays, you need therapy. Because you see, no, I'm so serious. You see those comments under your pictures. You see people making memes about you, death threats. All this happens. And you see it. And it's easy for people to say, oh, just block them, block them, block them. But if you, let's say, pile up getting let go, so you have no more livelihood, pile up somebody accusing you of something you said you didn't do, then pile up all the not making as much money no more, not being in the spotlight, not being on TV every Sunday. And then is these comments on social media and all these memes and stuff. That's a lot. Like
I agree.
I remember I used to actually want to be an actress and want to be famous, but I don't know. I'm happy I didn't take that route, because I actually, like 2 nights ago, I just saw this HBO Max documentary. It was called Showbiz Kids. So it was talking about kids who were who were superstars by the age of 5 or 10 or whatever. And they were showing all the pitfalls and stuff. And it's like, that's just crazy. But yeah, and I think nowadays everybody needs therapy. I need to look into that.
Yes. Yeah. And now I think it's more ways to
access it. You could do it virtually also. Yeah. So I hope, I know on my end, I want to see him on the field again. I know he's capable of performing. It's just that image is everything. Perception is everything, unfortunately. What else do you have to say? Because I just hope he gets back on the field, because I want to see him on the field.
Well, yeah, lastly, I just want to say, if he gets back on the field, it definitely will be exciting and all eyes will be on him. I just don't think he'll be back this upcoming year.
Okay. And I just thought of another thing. I remember when I did live in Florida and I had a coworker. He literally obsessed with Antonio Brown. Like and the Pittsburgh Steelers, this is when he was on the Steelers. Steelers wasn't even his favorite team. Every day I went to work, he would talk about Antonio. And then one day he said something and it kind of threw me off. He was like, man, because he was looking through his Instagram. He was like, man, I wish I was Antonio Brown. And I looked at him, but mind you, this was before all the shenanigans. I looked at him and I said, don't ever wish you were somebody else, because you don't know what they really going through just because you see what you see online. And fast forward a year later, do he wish he was Antonio Brown now? See, so that's a lesson. That is a lesson. And I hope that person is listening to this podcast right now. Don't ever wish you were somebody else just because of what you see on TV or online.
Yeah, I agree. I concur.
Okay, this week's history lesson is about Adam Pac-Man Jones. We do not want Antonio Brown to become the next Pac-Man Jones. And
no.
Yes. And so to remind you guys about Adam Pac-Man Jones, first of all, he was on probation before he even got into the league. And then he had multiple arrests throughout his NFL career, which kind of overshadowed what he did on the field. He was a great defensive back. However, you wouldn't have known that because of all his off the field incidences and antics. There was charges with vandalism, public intoxication, disorderly conduct, and also what I remember specifically is the strip club incident in 2007, which he got into. So the lesson for this week is don't let your activity off the court or off the field, whatever, don't let that outshine your actions on the field or on the court.
Yeah, because you don't want, when someone brings up your name, you don't want them to go straight to that. You want them to go to your talent and not your antics off the field or court.
Correct. So hopefully Antonio Brown doesn't become the next Adam Pac-Man Jones. Don't do it.
Okay, that concludes the conversation. So now we're moving on to our next segment of the day, which is the highlight of the week. And I would like to highlight, drum roll please. I would like to highlight the NBA owners this week, and the crowd goes wild. Okay, and the NBA owners, because they are contributing $300 million towards economic empowerment in the Black community. So this is going to have high school and college age and career ready Black men and women obtain their first jobs and look for scholarships and all things like that. So I think, and it's over the next 10 years. So it's $300 million towards economic empowerment in the Black community over the next 10 years. I think that's amazing. I think the NFL has been doing an amazing job in this time of the Black Lives Matter movement. And I just wanted to highlight them this week because that's awesome. That's amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. Anything you want to say about that, Nate? That was awesome, right?
Yeah, you said that was the NFL?
No, NBA. Did I say NFL? I meant NBA. That's NBA.
Okay. Yeah, I think you said NFL twice.
My bad. NBA. Basketball Association. National Basketball Association. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. You said they're helping people get their career started or
Correct.
Get it back. Yeah, I think that's awesome because at like you said, you never know what people's going through in life. And some people, they do need a hand. They need a helping hand. So I think if you're somewhere in your life and you can, bend down or turn around or whatever and give your hand to somebody to help them get up back on their feet, I think you should do it. Be kind to people and it'll always come back around to you.
Be kind, be kind, be kind. Correct. Okay, that was the highlight of the week. Nate, do you want to promote anything?
Yes, while we are on that subject, yes, my business, which is called Human Capital Management Consulting. What we do is we provide HR services and consulting to small businesses. So from recruiting to HR policies, we help with compliance, all of that good stuff within the HR realm. And so how you could find us on Instagram, our Instagram name is HCMGMT Consulting on IG, and that's where you can find us. And through that page, you can find our Facebook page and our website. So make sure you go on and follow us and support.
That's awesome. Make sure you guys support that. Go to her IG, follow, do all that good stuff. Bye-bye.
Peace out.
Peace.
Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words with yours truly, the Fletcher Twins. Make sure you join us every week and rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit up our email at podcast.1000words@gmail.com with any questions or topics you'd like to hear us cover. Also, check us out on IG at the Fletcher Twins and Facebook at A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words.